Good day, wizards, and welcome to today's lesson, Pleasant Surprise. In this lesson, we will focus on talk about poems, simple sentences, similes, and metaphor, as well as personification. Let's begin with simple sentences. A simple sentence has only one clause. Example, it is raining. Identify the simple sentence and write them down. Number 1. I am tired, but I will play with you. Number 2, I am tired. Number 3, she tripped and fell down. Number 4, the dog chased the man and bit him. Number 5, she fell down. And lastly, number 6, the dog ran around the garden and chased the cat. Now, wizards, let's continue to read the following poem aloud. A poem is a little path. A poem is a little path that leads you through the trees. It takes you to the cliffs and shores, to anywhere you please. Follow it and trust your way with the mind and heart as one. And when the journey's over, you'll find you've just begun. Now, wizards, after reading and hearing this poem, discuss the following. A. What do you think about when you hear the word poem? B. When you read this little poem about poems, what do you think about? Number 2. Read the first verse of a poem, A Little Path again. Answer these questions. A. The poem is called A Little Path. Why? B. What does the poet mean when he says it leads you through the trees? And C. What does to anywhere you please mean? And lastly, D. Explain how poems can help you enjoy a fantasy world and read for pleasure. Now, wizards, let's look at similes and metaphor. A simile is when you compare two things using as or like. Example, she is like a rose. Metaphor is also a comparison between two things, but you do not use like or as. The girl is a snake. Abbreviation, initializations, acronyms, and truncations. Initialisms are abbreviations formed from the first letters of a group of words. Acronyms are abbreviations that are pronounced as a word. Transactions are words that are shortened. Language practice. Let's look at personification figures of speech. Personification is when given non-living things the characteristics of living things. For example, the mountains reached out to catch the clouds. Explain the meaning of the personification in these sentences. Number 1, the waves tickled the shoreline. Number 2, the grass whispered about the coming storm.